Viruses are microscopic infectious agents that can only replicate inside the cells of living organisms. They are composed of genetic material, either DNA or RNA, surrounded by a protein coat. Viruses are incredibly diverse and can infect all forms of life, from animals and plants to bacteria and archaea. Some viruses, like the common cold or influenza, are well known, while others remain undiscovered. One interesting fact about viruses is their unique structure. Unlike bacteria, viruses lack the cellular machinery necessary for metabolism and reproduction. Instead, they hijack the host cell's machinery to replicate and spread. This ability to adapt and evolve rapidly makes viruses formidable opponents in the battle against infectious diseases. Viruses can cause a wide range of illnesses, from mild symptoms like the common cold to severe diseases like Ebola and COVID-19. The spread of viruses can occur through various means, including direct contact with infected individuals, respiratory droplets, contaminated surfaces, and vectors like mosquitoes. Understanding the mechanisms of virus spread is crucial for implementing effective control measures and preventing pandemics. In conclusion, viruses are fascinating entities that play a significant role in shaping the dynamics of infectious diseases. By studying their structure, replication cycle, and interactions with host cells, scientists can develop innovative strategies to combat viral infections and mitigate the impact of pandemics. Pandemics are global outbreaks of infectious diseases that spread rapidly and affect a large number of people across multiple countries or continents. There are several types of pandemics, each with its unique characteristics and impact on public health. One of the most common types of pandemics is influenza pandemics. Influenza viruses, such as H1N1 and H5N1, have caused several pandemics throughout history, with the most severe being the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic that resulted in millions of deaths worldwide. Influenza pandemics typically occur when a new strain of the virus emerges that humans have little to no immunity against, leading to widespread transmission and high morbidity and mortality rates. Another type of pandemic is the coronavirus pandemic, exemplified by the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic caused by the novel coronavirus SARS-CoV-2. Coronaviruses are a large family of viruses that can cause illnesses ranging from the common cold to more severe respiratory diseases. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a profound impact on global health, economies, and daily life, highlighting the importance of preparedness and rapid response to emerging infectious diseases. Additionally, there are pandemics caused by other infectious agents, such as the HIV/AIDS pandemic that has affected millions of people worldwide since the 1980s. HIV/AIDS is a chronic viral infection that weakens the immune system, making individuals more susceptible to opportunistic infections and cancers. Despite advances in treatment and prevention, HIV/AIDS continues to pose a significant public health challenge. Furthermore, pandemics can also be caused by bacterial infections, such as the bubonic plague pandemic in the 14th century, known as the Black Death, which decimated populations in Europe, Asia, and Africa. Bacterial pandemics are characterized by rapid transmission through fleas or respiratory droplets, leading to high mortality rates if left untreated. Understanding the different types of pandemics and their historical significance is essential for developing effective strategies to prevent, detect, and respond to future global health crises. Viruses spread through various mechanisms, taking advantage of the host's cellular machinery to replicate and propagate. One common mode of virus spread is through direct contact with infected individuals. When an infected person coughs, sneezes, or talks, respiratory droplets containing the virus can be expelled into the air and inhaled by others nearby. This is why maintaining physical distance, wearing masks, and practicing good hand hygiene are crucial in preventing the spread of respiratory viruses like influenza and COVID-19. Another way viruses spread is through contaminated surfaces. When an infected person touches a surface, such as a doorknob or countertop, the virus can survive for hours to days, depending on the type of virus and environmental conditions. If a healthy individual touches the contaminated surface and then touches their face, particularly their eyes, nose, or mouth, they can introduce the virus into their body, leading to infection. This is why regular cleaning and disinfection of frequently touched surfaces are essential in reducing the risk of viral transmission. Some viruses are transmitted through vectors, such as mosquitoes, ticks, or other arthropods. These vectors can carry the virus from one host to another, facilitating the spread of diseases like dengue fever, Zika virus, and West Nile virus. Climate change and urbanization can influence the distribution and abundance of vectors, increasing the risk of vector-borne diseases in certain regions. Additionally, some viruses can be transmitted through contaminated food and water. Improper food handling, inadequate sanitation, and unsafe drinking water sources can contribute to the spread of viruses like norovirus, hepatitis A, and rotavirus. Ensuring food safety practices and access to clean water are essential for preventing food and waterborne viral infections. Interestingly, some viruses have evolved unique strategies to enhance their spread. For example, certain viruses can establish latent infections in host cells, remaining dormant for extended periods before reactivating and causing disease. This phenomenon is observed in viruses like herpes viruses, which can persist in the body for life and reactivate during times of stress or immunosuppression. Moreover, some viruses can undergo genetic reassortment or recombination, leading to the emergence of novel strains with increased transmissibility or virulence. This genetic diversity allows viruses to adapt to changing environments and host populations, posing challenges for disease control and prevention. Understanding the diverse mechanisms of virus spread is crucial for developing effective strategies to combat infectious diseases and mitigate the impact of pandemics. By targeting specific pathways of transmission and implementing comprehensive public health measures, we can reduce the burden of viral infections and safeguard global health security. Pandemics have a profound global impact, affecting public health, economies, and social dynamics. One of the most significant consequences of pandemics is the loss of human lives. Historically, pandemics like the Black Death in the 14th century and the Spanish flu in 1918 resulted in millions of deaths worldwide, reshaping societies and economies. The COVID-19 pandemic, which emerged in 2020, has claimed millions of lives and continues to strain healthcare systems and resources globally. In addition to the loss of life, pandemics can have far-reaching economic implications. The disruption of supply chains, closure of businesses, and restrictions on travel and trade can lead to job losses, economic downturns, and financial instability. The COVID-19 pandemic, for example, has caused a global recession, with industries like tourism, hospitality, and retail experiencing significant losses. Furthermore, pandemics can exacerbate social inequalities and disparities. Vulnerable populations, including the elderly, low-income individuals, and marginalized communities, are disproportionately affected by pandemics due to limited access to healthcare, crowded living conditions, and underlying health conditions. The COVID-19 pandemic has highlighted existing social inequities, with higher rates of infection and mortality observed among minority groups and disadvantaged populations. Moreover, pandemics can strain healthcare systems and resources, leading to shortages of medical supplies, hospital beds, and healthcare workers. The surge in patients during a pandemic can overwhelm healthcare facilities, compromising the quality of care and increasing mortality rates. The COVID-19 pandemic has underscored the importance of preparedness and resilience in healthcare systems to effectively respond to public health emergencies. Despite the devastating impact of pandemics, they can also drive innovation and collaboration. Scientific research, vaccine development, and global cooperation have accelerated in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, leading to the rapid production and distribution of vaccines. The global response to pandemics highlights the interconnectedness of nations and the importance of solidarity in addressing shared health challenges. By learning from past pandemics and strengthening preparedness efforts, we can better mitigate the global impact of future infectious disease outbreaks. Preventative measures play a crucial role in controlling the spread of infectious diseases and mitigating the impact of pandemics. One of the most effective preventative measures is practicing good hand hygiene. Washing hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds can help remove viruses and bacteria from the skin, reducing the risk of infection. Using hand sanitizers with at least 60% alcohol is also recommended when soap and water are not readily available. Another important preventative measure is wearing face masks in public settings, especially when physical distancing is challenging. Masks act as a barrier to respiratory droplets, preventing the spread of viruses like COVID-19. Proper mask-wearing techniques, such as covering the nose and mouth and avoiding touching the mask, are essential for maximum protection. Additionally, maintaining physical distance from others can help reduce the transmission of respiratory viruses. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, recommends staying at least 6 feet away from individuals outside your household to minimize the risk of exposure. Avoiding large gatherings and crowded spaces can further lower the likelihood of virus transmission. Furthermore, practicing respiratory etiquette, such as covering coughs and sneezes with a tissue or the elbow, can prevent the spread of respiratory droplets containing viruses. Regular cleaning and disinfection of frequently touched surfaces, such as doorknobs, light switches, and countertops, can help eliminate viruses lingering on surfaces. Proper ventilation of indoor spaces and avoiding close contact with sick individuals are additional preventative measures to reduce the risk of infection. Vaccination is a critical preventative measure that can provide immunity against specific viruses and protect individuals from severe illness. Vaccines stimulate the immune system to produce antibodies that recognize and neutralize viruses, preventing infection and reducing the severity of symptoms. Getting vaccinated not only protects individuals, but also contributes to community immunity, reducing the overall spread of infectious diseases. Education and communication are key components of effective preventative measures. Providing accurate information about disease transmission, symptoms, and prevention strategies can empower individuals to make informed decisions and adopt healthy behaviors. By implementing a combination of these preventative measures and promoting public health awareness, we can create a safer and healthier environment for all. Treatment options for viral infections vary depending on the type of virus and the severity of the illness. Antiviral medications are commonly used to treat viral infections by targeting specific steps in the viral replication cycle. For example, drugs like oseltamivir, Tamiflu, and remdesivir have been used to treat influenza and COVID-19, respectively, by inhibiting viral enzymes and RNA synthesis. Another approach to treating viral infections is through the use of monoclonal antibodies, which are laboratory-made proteins that mimic the immune system's ability to fight off viruses. Monoclonal antibodies like bamlanivimab and casirivimab-imdevimab have been authorized for emergency use in treating COVID-19 patients at high risk of severe disease. In some cases, convalescent plasma therapy is employed, where plasma containing antibodies from recovered COVID-19 patients is transfused to individuals with active infection to boost their immune response. Additionally, supportive care, such as rest, hydration, and symptom management, plays a crucial role in helping patients recover from viral illnesses. Interestingly, researchers are exploring innovative treatment options, such as RNA-based therapies and gene editing technologies, to develop targeted and personalized treatments for viral infections. By advancing our understanding of viral pathogenesis and treatment mechanisms, we can improve patient outcomes and combat emerging infectious diseases more effectively. Vaccine development is a complex and multi-step process that involves extensive research, testing, and regulatory approval. The goal of vaccines is to stimulate the immune system to recognize and remember specific pathogens, such as viruses, to prevent future infections. One interesting fact about vaccines is that they can be developed using various platforms, including live attenuated vaccines, inactivated vaccines, subunit vaccines, and mRNA vaccines. Live attenuated vaccines contain weakened forms of the virus that can still replicate but cause no or mild symptoms, stimulating a robust immune response. Inactivated vaccines consist of killed virus particles that cannot replicate but can still trigger an immune response. Subunit vaccines contain specific proteins or antigens from the virus, focusing the immune response on key targets. mRNA vaccines, like the ones developed for COVID-19, deliver genetic material that instructs cells to produce viral proteins, eliciting an immune response. The development of mRNA vaccines represents a groundbreaking advancement in vaccine technology, offering rapid production and potential customization for emerging pathogens. Clinical trials are essential in evaluating the safety and efficacy of vaccines before they are approved for widespread use. Rigorous testing ensures that vaccines are both safe and effective in preventing disease. Vaccine development requires collaboration among scientists, healthcare professionals, regulatory agencies, and manufacturers to deliver life-saving interventions to the global population. The future outlook for combating viral infections is promising, with advancements in vaccine technology, antiviral therapies, and public health strategies. Researchers are exploring novel approaches, such as mRNA vaccines and gene editing technologies, to develop targeted and effective treatments. Global collaboration and data sharing have accelerated vaccine development timelines, enabling rapid responses to emerging infectious diseases. Additionally, the lessons learned from the COVID-19 pandemic are shaping preparedness efforts for future health crises. By leveraging scientific innovation, public health interventions, and community engagement, we can enhance our ability to prevent, detect, and respond to viral threats in the years to come.